Love life, lust money. The only way. The flyest helmets. The only play. The timing right. We taking off. No delay. No global entry. No slow for the TSA. Put the check down. Niggas can't check this. Airplane mode. Niggas talk reckless. My bitch right. Call her leftist. Airplane mode. Niggas talk reckless.
Please like and subscribe.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dukes L.A.N E. Today, I just wanted to touch on the R.Kelly, Surviving R.Kelly series that I just watched. Whew, man, there's so many different feelings I have. I grew up obviously listening to R.Kelly, from 12 Play to Space Jam to Trapped in a Closet. Man, listen, R.Kelly is a genius, but they always say everybody got a dark side. This dude is disgusting, man. What I watched, and I know they gotta portray this image of him, and I know they had to exaggerate a couple things, and you can see what parts are exaggerated, but there's not that many people that's gonna come out and make up a story like that. So we already knew from the Aaliyah situation, the age on her marriage certificate, all that stuff back then. I was too young to even understand what was going on. They both was older than me, so I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, all right, they dating, cool. Now, as an adult, and I have my own child, and you just look at the world differently once you start having kids, and that was tough to digest watching that. And I know it's two sides to a story, so I know he's always going to deny it to the end, but that evidence, some of that evidence, that hard evidence, whew, it's hard to bypass that, cause you got some explaining to do, and he hasn't addressed anything. He's just denying everything and denying reports, and he's not answering any questions. And I know people for years, ever since the what was it, 2008 trial, a lot of questions that they need answers to. It was disturbing. If you haven't watched it, I don't want to spoil it. If you were an R. Kelly fan, you probably won't be after watching this. And it shouldn't be like that, but it has to be like that when you watch this. I'm not saying turn your back on him, because he needs help. And I think as a black community, we do that a lot. We demonize people. He needs help, like for years. And you got these people, and what makes it even worse is all these people that used to be, you look at like the former assistant or the former background singer or all these former people, like you can see the money slowed up. The money slowed up. Even the ex-wife, like the money slowed up. And now, boom, let's survive. We had to survive this. No, the money slowed up, and now you have a voice, like. So I looked at it, I had a bunch of different feelings about it. Even some of the girls, I don't like the word enslavement, because they weren't enslaved. He trained them. So they had, he never held them hostage. He took all communication away, but he never held them hostage. They were free to leave when they wanted. Some way he became this master brainwasher, and made them feel like it was him or no one. So, but if you haven't watched it, watch it. I don't want to be the spoiler. I don't want to be, that person who's like, oh, Dukes told us what happened. I'm not going to tell you what happened. Go out and watch it. I'm no longer a fan. It'll be hard, because I know every wedding going to have the Step in the Name of Love song. And you're going to have to tell them DJs, listen, y'all got to hang it up. Frisbee those R. Kelly records. They got to get Frisbee. We got to stop supporting that, man. I don't see why, he should have to go to jail. No girl's going to come forward and say, he didn't rape them. It wasn't I don't think it was a Bill Cosby situation. It's more of a Hugh Hef slash, I don't know. Hugh Hef been doing it for years. He had the whole bunny ranch and girls in and out of there. And his situation is a little bit different than R. Kelly's, because R. Kelly was getting young girls. I think all Hugh Hef girls was of age, and they had to sign contracts, and they were getting paid, and they could eat when they want to. So it's a different situation, but it's not. R. Kelly definitely has some issues, and we always knew that, but the music was just blinding us. So if we go out, take them blindfolds off, stop listening to the music, and start paying attention. Matter of fact, we might have to listen to the music. Go back and like break down each line to see if this dude was really, really nuts, because it got me thinking, like, I need to go listen to some more R. Kelly's and figure out what the hell was he talking about, little girls and all his music. Like, I know me and my boys and me and my lady, we go back and forth. From a female's perspective, I know she's kind of like, why these girls ain't just leave? But you never know until you're in someone's shoes. So I don't want to be insensitive and say, why didn't they just leave? because we have many women stuck in relationships that they can't get out of, or they're scared to leave, or their self-esteem issues, or make them feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, no one else is gonna want me, so they stay in a situation that's unhealthy. So I don't want to be insensitive in that aspect. So I'm not gonna say they could have just left, even though he wasn't holding them hostage. He was a master brainwasher, the mentally weak females, and it didn't matter what age, because I think the oldest woman in the video is about 35, I think. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it. There's so much more I could say, but it was on my mind today. I just wanted to talk about it. And just like, wow, that was my reaction to it. It's like, wow, young girls, 14, 15, 16-year-old girls. And I think last year was his latest episode with an 18-year-old or 19-year-old, and he was 50. But what did I say about a girl? Like, you 18, what you doing with this 51-year-old man? Like, oh, he didn't pressure me. It was consensual sex, but I feel like because it was R.Kelly, I just couldn't say no. What? What? We got to do some self-evaluations too, ladies. Like, yeah, he's crazy. I'm not taking nothing away from his mental. His mental is effed up. Like, he got issues. But they have issues too. The girls, they also have issues stemming from daddy issues. You know, he was molested as a child. I guess some of the girls were molested as children. So a lot of that created that atmosphere. It wasn't just him by himself. Like, he had to have those girls. Without those girls, there was no atmosphere. So they have some parts that they played into it, but he was the mastermind. And like I said, I'm not being insensitive to any of that because it's real. I don't think it was fake. You know, some people are saying, oh, it's fake. No, that's not fake. Kel's got issues. And now that his money is gone, I think a lot of that's coming out because the hush money stopped. So when the hush money stopped, you got no reason to hush, right? I don't know. Y'all let me know. It's your boy. Like and subscribe. We got tons of videos. This one's a little different because it was on my mind, and I wanted to bring it to you guys. You let me know. Hit me up. MetroMike81 on Instagram. She made me 21 on Snapchat. Y'all know the YouTube is Duke's Lane. Like and subscribe. Watch the videos. We got tons of material and more coming in 2019. All right.
Please like and subscribe.
My bitch right. Call her leftist. Airplane mode. Niggas talk reckless.